The purpose of this video is just to show you how you can run your reports, run these reports in SAP, so that when you are when you get sorted out, when you can log in, you can now start doing it yourself or trying it yourself. So for this demo, I'm going to show you. Let me check. I'm going to show you account page. Yes. Can you hear me?
Please, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, Elizabeth. So all these reports, where do you get them? Is it just now that gave you the reports, or is just a standard all the report they need for their financials?
It's not Jotna. This report is from SAP. They are reports they are codes that you use to run reports in SAP. So they are SAP standard reports.
Okay.
So these are, let me log into my SAP. So when they get you sorted out, like I said, this is a demo. This is not, I'm just going to look at accounts payable. I will run like 5 reports here. When they sort you out with your, when they sort you out with your login.
Oh, please, can you accept Victoria?
I've accepted her. When they sort you out with your login, you can now run these reports yourself and check if they are working. So if they set you up on your SAP, you're supposed to see this login screen. Your server is the Jotna development server. So just double click on it. When you double click on it, they will set you up in client 50. That's the client you're going to be using. Then you go to users. Here you have to provide your username and your password, which dealer is going to provide for you. So when you log in, you would actually take you to the easy access screen where you can now perform your tasks in SAP. So you go to the sheets that I've sent. Pick the transaction code, not the description, just the code, which is just a minute. My system is. Okay, so just copy this code. Trying to do that, but my system has. Just a second, please. Just a second.
Kelechi.
Yeah.
Please, do you want to go back, AB?
No. This doesn't have anything to do with your. This doesn't have
Okay.
anything to do with what I'm doing. I'm just trying to close my personal. This is not delete screen. This is making the system slow, so I need to close it. Okay, let me go back to. Okay, so when you, this is where we were. When you log in to take you to this screen, this is like your welcome page. Then you go to the Word document, you pick the transaction code. It's just this, don't pick the description, just pick the code. You can copy it. When you copy it, take it to the command bar. I guess somebody in, I don't know who is supposed to train you guys, bring you up to speed with what SAP is all about, but I guess your team will make arrangement for that. But when you copy the code, take it to this command space and paste it there. When you paste it, just hit the enter key. The system will try to run that code as an instruction. So you see what this code says, no violation exists. Well, it's fine, just say okay. So no violation means that there is no available data for this to run this code. So for this transaction code, I'm going to go to my Word and say, because it's vendor information system, I'll say no violation.
It's
No available violation. I can do a screenshot.
Kelechi,
Yes.
so this no valuation data,
This
is
has
it
nothing. This has nothing to do with you. All you need to do is to just report
okay?
it that when you ran this code, this was the result. The consultants know what this means, but what this basically means is that there is no data available for this report.
Okay, so another question is, so that means it is in SAP standard, but just that there's no data.
All these things are necessary. All these things are SAP standards reports.
SAP standard, okay.
They are all there. But like I said, this means that there is no available data for this report, for this code you're trying to run. So I'll pick the next code, go and also test it. So paste it there and click on enter. If it brings out a table, that means violation exists. That means there is actually available data for you. So you might need to provide some information for this table to enable the system to generate those reports. The person I'm talking to here is not, what's her name? Victoria, are you there?
I'm here.
You're the one that's supposed to be asking this question, because Elizabeth's work is just to check the ones that the standard did not fit into the business. Yours is to run it and produce, to check if the reports are actually functional. So this report is to check vendor balance in local currency. That's the essence of this report. The transaction code you're going to be testing with, which is like the company, is 1110. You need to note that down. The transaction code we're using to test this reports is 1110. So you provide the company code, rather the company code. The company code is 1110. Provide the fiscal year, which is this year. The posting period is between January to April. the subsequent year. You might not provide any other information. All these other informations might be okay. So once you provide the code, check that the fiscal year is there, check the posting periods or reporting periods, then click on execute. Execute is just at the bottom of the screen. When you click on execute, the system will try to see if there's any available information, and the system is going to run. So for the data in this company code, we have some balances for the vendor. So when you run to this stage, you can confidently say that this report is working. The standard is working. So depending on what the business requirements are, the business might say in this report, I want to see the fiscal year here. I want to see the description of the expense and blah, blah, blah. That will be for Elizabeth to take notes.
Kelechi.
Yes.
Okay, for your explanation now, you said everything we are checking is already on SAP standard. So that means we will definitely see it in this app, like in this software, on this software.
Yes.
So an hero told me that if you are doing this check, I should check the one that is not on SAP system so that they can tell ABAP guys to include it. But now, originally, you already have all the lists and it will definitely be on SAP. So
what are you checking?
I won't have any.
What are you checking? That's the thing. Well, the question is, what are you checking to report to the ABAP guys?
Okay, Hero said in some cases, the business might require a process that is not in SAP standard. For example, he made mention of when they send a report, automatic, you should send an email. No, is it an approver that you send email is not in SAP standard. So now, if you are going to check through in the notification is not in SAP standard, so we have to take the notice and send it to ABAP so that they can include it in just now process. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
It's not what you're saying, but that is beyond your. I don't think it's something you can do, because for you to do that, you need to understand the SAP's report. You also need to understand the client's report. So if I ask you now, what is the client's report for business vendor balance? So the client has to give you their own expectation. It's when you have the expectations, you now check through your own SAP reports where that expectation does not meet the report. That's when you can now recommend to the ABAP team that, look, SAP has this report, but this report is not presented in the way the business wants. Do you understand?
Okay.
So you have to have the business own side of the reports they want. You have to run the SAP report. You compare it. So do you have the list of all the business reports?
No.
Yeah, so what are you checking? How would you know it's not what the business wants? Or how would you know?
What I'm saying is that, I'm also new on this stuff, but I'm speaking on what Hero told me in the morning.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you now. You are new, but the task is giving you. You're not empowered for it now, because for you to do that, you have to have the client's reports. So ask him to give you what are the client's specifications. What kind of reports do they want? For example, they want. So do you have anything like that?
No, I think Hero said you will meet with Jotna to get their business requirements list.
No, I'm not meeting with. I don't have such instructions. I don't have that. Not meeting with anybody. So tell him that you need that. You need you need that list, because I'm not the person that will go and ask business for those. I don't have that authority. So So he will get
Okay.
the list from the business
Okay.
and present to
Okay.
you. When you have what their requirements are, we can now check in SAP and check if SAP's report is not exactly what they want. Then
Okay.
that is when you can now recommend to the ABAP team to design a report. Still,
Okay.
that is a little bit technical, so it's not something you can also handle on your own. So I
Okay.
guess with depending on when we have that business requirement, then we can now
All right.
take it one after the other. But the essence of
Okay.
having your SAP system is to start familiarizing yourself with the reports in SAP.
The system.
Yeah, so tell Victoria to send you this report list. If you have access to SAP, start running them one after the other. You see what I did here?
Okay.
I ran this one and I saw that
Yes.
this information was not complete. I put it here. I've run this one now. I can put a note here that report,
It is standard.
yes, is available in standard.
Okay.
Then I go to the next one, just like that.
So the
Pick this code,
yeah.
copy
So this one now you click the code, you go
it,
to the app, you type it
yeah,
on search
go back so that it takes you to this fresh page where
to
you
the
have all
first
this
page.
stuff.
Okay.
And you paste it there and you
Okay.
click on enter.
They enter.
It will always ask you to provide some very key information like the company code.
Company code. Our company
Yes,
code is 1110.
1110. Then on top, you will see the kind of report you want to run, which is vendor business.
Vendor business. Okay.
Put the company code. There will always be posting period.
Fiscal year.
Fiscal year. You will try it first. If it doesn't, if it needs more information, if the system wants you to provide more information, it will let you know. If it doesn't want
So asterisk it.
just come down, you will see execute. Go down and execute. When you execute means that you should run the report. So I've executed, you see it has brought out the vendor business.
Okay.
This is the vendor that has business with us. This is the street number, this is the purchasing. So if this is running okay, you go back to the list and say
report is available and standard.
So that's just that.
Okay.
The report is many. The report is many. So you have to do remember the company code. Sometimes you might be asked to provide the chart of accounts. Well, let me give you that information now so that you can write it down.
Sorry, what did you say?
You might be asked to provide the chart of accounts in some scenarios.
Okay.
Let me give you those basic information that you might need.
Initial accounting. Kelechi.
Yes. Please, this is for consultants. Don't ask me anything here. This one is, I'm going to the back.
Kelechi, please, can I ask you a question?
Please ask.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, please, can I ask you a question?
Ask.
Okay, thank you. So there was a day I was studying. They are saying that general ledger master record is divided into two: chart of account and company code. Please, can you explain this thing? I don't understand this very well. I'm just cramming things.
Who told you to read? Where did Okay, SAP is something that you need to, basically in SAP we have chart of accounts, we have the ledger.
Okay.
And it's just part of the business. Your general ledgers are the core of your finance. And those, it's in your chart of accounts you create all your ledgers. And those ledgers are used to enter business transactions. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, so before
Is
you
chart of accounts the same thing as type of account, maybe asset account, liability, all those things?
account type is the classification of your accounts. Account type, you can have balance sheet. You have things like assets, liabilities, expenses, and all that. Those are your account types, right? So I'm not. I don't have the time to start training you on all this right now, right? I have a lot of things to do. So just keep studying. Maybe when we do the UAT and all that, you start understanding the concept. But keep reading, go to online, try and get videos that can explain some of these concepts better. But please copy your chart of accounts. Your chart of accounts for this company code is YCOA. The company code is 1110. So that's the information I wanted to get for you guys. So for now, the task is for you to run these codes and check if they are in the standard report or not. Every other thing will come much later.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I will tell you.